Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is April 7th, 2017, and today is Friday. Big day today, non-farm payroll. Let's look at the economic calendar today and what's coming up. So, good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is April 7th, 2017, and today is Friday morning. So looking at today's economic news, it's first we've got a 10:30 South African time, GBP numbers coming out, monthly manufacturing numbers. Subsequently at 11 a.m. South African time, we have also GBP. Governor Carney will be speaking. That's obviously the governor of the Bank of England. So may shake a little bit things, so keep an eye on it. But the big news today, 2:30 p.m. South African time, USD non-farm payroll for the month of March. So that should be a big number coming up. And we'll see things are developing socioeconomically. Looking at the CAD also, we have employment and unemployment numbers coming out also at 2:30 South African time. So let's look at markets and see what's going on. So first thing of note, let's look at the gold. Gold's been ripping here in the middle of the evening, as you can see here, as we've been sleeping. This is mostly due probably to what's going on in the situation developing in Syria. Obviously, a lot of our hearts goes out to, unfortunately, all the innocent people that have been wounded in that situation. But more, you know, this is just reactionary move to it. We may see a correction to this still today, coming down to 1255. But this is a major move because it's breaking out above this 1257 level. And as you can see, we've had several attempts that we've tried to get above this level, but we haven't been able to. So look at that. Okay, that's another one, 1258, and we haven't broken out in here because of news or because of some sort of event. We see that it's breaking out. Now, what's noteworthy about it is that it's a bar as opposed to just a wick, that we're moving up above this level. So we may, you know, if we continue rallying, I mean, there's no reason for gold not to continue going up to 1300 this year. Okay, maybe even challenging 1358 again for the remainder of the year. So keep an eye on this and see how it develops. Oil also being affected with what's going on, $52 a barrel, as you can see here. We have a nice spike as well. You know, if you're able to fade it, okay, just keep an eye on, you know, whether or not it's going to completely come down. But also 51.85 was a decent level for it on the resistance side, and you see it's breaking up above it. It doesn't really matter that it's news that's coming up about it. It just matters that, you know, that there's momentum. The catalyst is really irrelevant. Now the Dow Jones down this morning a little bit. As you can see, we're just gaining a little bit back here. So it's been quite a volatile week for the Dow Jones. As you can see, we've hit all the way up to 20,800, and we retreated all the way down to 20,500-ish levels. So a big retreat for the Dow Jones this week altogether. It's been very volatile, and this is usually what happens when we're topping out, okay, because there's, you know, the fights of the bulls and the bears. We have to see how that actually envelops this week. Looking at the Aussie dollar, earlier this week we mentioned the rate decision. We tanked under this resistance level, and we're continued to tanking. We maybe thought that it would have a turnaround right here, but you know, it's bouncing at this level slightly. So if we look at a weekly chart, we'll see that, but it's still been very, very weak, and it's below its, you know, 14 and 30-day moving average. So just keep an eye on that and see how that develops. Looking at the euro, still very quiet. We're closer to our lower range here, as we usually do. As we come to a major economic event, we usually either at resistance or support, and this is where we are. We're at support right here. So we may see, you know, if the numbers are favorable or not favorable in the United States, we may be seeing a bounce rather at these levels. So keep an eye on this and see how this develops. Lastly, the USD ZAR. Okay, we mentioned this yesterday. We had this retracement and then the bounce that came right afterwards, and now we're at resistance double top here at 1384, and we're just slightly below that. So just keep an eye on this as well to see if we do dip below this 14 day average, maybe we'll see somewhat of a correction to this major move in the past 2 weeks that we've had. So we'll update you a little bit later today with the non-farm payrolls as things develop. May even have a live event today, so check us out. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.